Hello, my name is Joe. I run a Xactimate Estimating Service. I write estimates pretty much all day, every day. I do supplements too. The thing is we can do it on the front end. We can do it on the back end. Supplements on the back end, estimates on the front end. We've got a flat fee. And the thing is a lot of contractors, when they're asked to do a estimate, they write it out, or they don't really know what they're doing. So what we do is we take Xactimate and then we build out an estimate for you using all the codes and all the stuff that should be put into Xactimate, all the line items. And a lot of situations that you'll be in, you might be able to say, listen, you won't show me the paperwork, so I'm just going to write it out using the exact same software that the insurance company uses. It's called Xactimate. And then what I can do is I can get you some upgrades. If you go with the insurance price, I'll fight for the supplements on the back end, right? A lot of contractors will be talking to the adjuster, and this is kind of a cool way of doing it. And I do this, or I did this sometimes when I was roofing. You get up off the roof and you go ahead and you buy Eagle View, or you buy whatever you want, and whichever Beacon 3D, Sky Measure, Roof Order, whichever one you like, and then what we do, because we have Xactimate, is we would build out the estimate using that. And then when we went to the insurance meeting, we would hand them the estimate on the front end, and they would be like, because how many people actually do that? Hardly anyone. Like, especially newer guys that are up and coming, that are, they're not really doing that. So if you hire someone like us, and then we do that on a 50 square roof, and then you get everything bought, man, think about how professional you look. They're going to buy it, and they're just going to be like, man, I'll just do it for this, Or they're going to say, I did it for almost what you said. But they're going to do it for more than they would have done it for if you hadn't done that. So here's the thing. If you're talking to a homeowner and you're like, listen, I'm going to go home and I'm going to buy a Sky Measure, and then I'm going to send this to a company, and then they're going to write out the estimate, and I'm paying for all this. I need to have you understand that I am your builder, okay? So I'm going to be the one that builds this roof. If not, then if you're going to go with Joe Schmo, the dude in the truck, crappy contractor that doesn't have any insurance, then skip this part, because I'm about to go home and I'm about to do a whole bunch of work and I'm about to spend some money, But when I show up to this adjuster meeting for you, and I get up on the roof with the adjuster and I hand them the paper with the Xactimate estimate, I'm going to look more professional than 90% of the people that he talks to. And when he approves it, he's going to approve more. And I'm going to be able to do more for you because of this, Mrs. Jones. And they're going to be like, that makes sense. That right there makes sense, And then you'll be able to get more people that will stick with you because they know that you did the work. Here's another thing. Let's say you try to learn how to measure the roof yourself, right? So you tell the homeowner, hey, I'm going to go measure the roof. And then you stay up there for, whatever it takes, 25 minutes, 35 minutes, and you get all the measurements, and you take all the pictures, and you do everything like you're supposed to, right? Then you're saving the money on the roof order or the Sky Measure or the Eagle View or whatever you're using. And what's nice about that is to be able to get the Xactimate estimate written, you can use your measurements and you can send that to us just like an Eagle View, So you can save that money and kill all the birds. But here's the thing. When you're up there for that long, there's this, I think it's called reciprocity, or it's reciprocity. I think it's something like that. Whatever. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. If you're up on my roof for 30 minutes, then I know that you're working for me on the front end. So I'm going to like you more, right? And then if I'm being more clear and I'm explaining the full process, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to call, we're going to sit down, we're going to call this in, we're going to use this date, we're going to go through the full process, and then this is what's going to happen later. They're going to call you with the time, and then I'm going to come out, and then you go through the full process with them on the front end, and then when you go back and then you sit down and then you have the Xactimate estimate, and then they're like, oh, you did what you said, right? They're going to like you even more, right? And then you're going to get up on the roof with the adjuster, and then you're going to have the paperwork, and then you're going to hand them, man, I just wanted to save you some time, man. Changes the view, changes what you look like to both of the parties, the guy that's up on the roof plus the homeowner, and then you go through that full process, and then they give you the paperwork at the end, and then you're like, see what they did, and then you can put it out, and you can say, see what I was saying? They bought all this stuff because it's needed, They bought all this stuff because I wrote this perfectly, And then you get them set up, and then you say, look, there might be some supplement money, there might not, it's probably not going to be because we wrote the estimate that well, So go through the process, Here, I'll do one for free for you just to get you started, And that way you can see the difference. And it doesn't matter if you're a sales guy or if you're a owner of a roof. Here you go. If you're a sales guy, you go to the owner and you say, hey, I'm going to try it this way. And you show them this video. And you're like, I'm going to try it this way, And when we get this extra money, will you split it with me? Because it's extra. And what's the owner of the company? He's going to be like, this sort of does make sense. I mean, I've never tried it before, but let's do it. Let's see, And then what if you could do that with 100 roofs a year? And then what if you get started with supplements and you get paid for the supplements, Like, if you are one of the guys that pushes the supplement, now here's another thing. If they're not going to pay you for supplements and you're a sales guy, then you go out and you sell a roof, and then you build that thing yourself, Think about it. That is, you're capable of doing that, even though you might think that you're not. And then you can keep all the profit, And then you start doing that little by little by little. And next thing you know, you're a different human. My brother said this, He said, he was like, I said, man, I do these videos, And I'm not the type, I'm real introvert, I'm not the type person that is gregarious and out there and in the spotlight. I'm not like that. I'm just not like that. But every single video I do, I become something that I'm not, And my goals are so big that I have to become something different to hit those goals, right? And that's what you probably have to do with your roofing company, And if you're with a deadbeat owner, if you're a sales guy for a deadbeat owner, then take charge, Call us up. Let's get you set up. I've got a 9-module training course on my website that teaches you about how to put in orders with Beacon or ABC. I've got spreadsheets. I've got COCs that you can steal. I've got stuff on Spotio, how to keep track of leads. I've got how to keep track of your whole business on Google Drive. There's so much information on there so that, if somebody's got their thumb on you and they're not treating you right, you can escape, Or you can show them how to make some more money, and then you can ask for some more money. I don't know. I'm just going off, Xactimate Estimating Service is what I am. I'm a supplement guy. Xactimate specialist. What else do I do? I play around on computers. I work in an office on the 3rd floor in Denver, and I geek out and I drink coffee. Click the link in the description, go through the course, take some time, and hit me up. My phone number is on the website, and if it's not on the website, that's because I get too many phone calls. So go into that corner down there, click that little button, a little thing's going to pop up. First name, last name, email, phone number, and then whatever message you want to send me, and then I'll call you probably that day or the next day. Not Johnny on the spot, but my name is Joe, not Joey. Nope. Bye.